Well, hello there, and welcome to the final evening of Locally Sourced, short plays and monologues written and produced by the Live Arts Playwrights Lab. We're very happy to have you here this evening. First, down to some important business. Exits are to your right and to your left, and restrooms are just over there behind those trees. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And now we'd like to thank our great contributors, season benefactors, Elizabeth and Joe Lavaca, October sponsor, Alexander Nicholson, Pay What You Can sponsors, Allison Partners, Strauss Construction, Latitude 38, and Ting. Media sponsor, WTJU 91.1. Other grantors that make this possible include Bank of America, Charlottesville Area Community Foundation, J&E Berkeley, the Batten Fund, the Bama Works Fund, the Virginia Commission for the Arts, and the National Endowment for the Arts. Thank you to all of our great contributors. This is a Pay What You Can event. Any donation is greatly appreciated and helps Live Arts to continue to be able to do shows such as this and theater again in the future one day. We have two great plays for you this evening. So without further ado, here is our first play, written by Nina Hagney, directed by Carrie Moran, performed by Annie Way and Ginger Craighead Way and Mimi Halpern. Here is Tara and Zoe.
I lose track of time. You too? Well, Leia could bend her rules a little. I know, I'm sorry, they're not really rules, but no, I respect your daughter's way of life. My daughter? Ha! Well, actually, she's more like Leia every day. No, not kidding. Tara has found religion, believe it or not. Oh, no, not real religion. It's more like a cult or something. Oh, no, not a Kool-Aid cult. More like a freshly squeezed orange juice kind. Oh, I don't know. She just got into it like a week ago or so. I have to choose my battles, Marion. Well, they call themselves tradwives with a capital T. No, not tragedy. Trad as in traditional. Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know what tradwives means. Yeah, that's it. They all are white. Yeah, long hair. Barbie doll makeup. You might be onto something. No, she's not political, never has been. But, she threw herself into this without asking any questions. Maybe that's okay. Tara needs distractions. She needs something. She hasn't gotten over her second divorce, losing the house, moving in here with me. Oh, that's all old news. Here's the latest. Zoe was seeing her dad I don't know, maybe once a month before the pandemic. Now, hardly at all by Zoom, and less than once a month. Oh, and Tara lost her new job. Yeah, top drawer went bankrupt suddenly. I know. We're used to picking up the pieces, aren't we? Oh, I know. Unbelievable. Who saw this coming? Nobody. Except for you know who. Yeah. Well, oh, isn't that true? We're a house divided. I mean, I can't even leave my bedroom because of the fevers. Yeah, prisoners in our own homes. Well, yeah, she is trying. I mean, yesterday she baked cookies. It's a trad wife thing, you know, baking cookies and homemade bread and doing crafts. What do I think of it? Oh, no. No. It's okay. Don't you worry. Yeah, I mean, it could be any old virus this time of year. Listen, one more week of quarantine, and then, who knows, they need nurses. Maybe they'll take me back. Oh, I could be making antibodies right as we speak. Oh, okay. No, I understand completely. Okay, give my love to Leia. Right. Love you. Bye.
Zoe, what are you doing?
I'm drawing.
You're not supposed to do that on your homework.
Not even in the margins?
Okay, margins, okay. I guess I'm the teacher now. Your father sure isn't interested. Pay attention.
I listen better this way.
We just need to get through that homework. One way or another, don't we?
It's late, Mom.
I didn't have time. I had to bleach the bathroom and the kitchen. It took longer than I thought. That kind of cleaning stresses me out.
I know. I helped.
So you're learning a lot already. Now we have this. What is it?
Math.
Can't we start with something else?
It's all I have left. I did the other assignments.
Don't you have something coming up like history? I could really get into helping with that. Amazing what I'm learning on my trad blogs. They love those old-fashioned things like sewing, knitting sweaters, and crocheting blankets. They know those skills we've lost, all of them. Grandma never had time for any of that. But I could talk her into making masks. We'll make masks together as a family when she's better.
She'd like that. Maybe.
The hospital needs nurses now, but we can't let her go back. It's too dangerous. She's retired now and too old.
Thin walls, Tara, thin walls.
Okay, Mom. Okay. Hush, Zoe. Grandma's trying to sleep. Like I said, when I find something, she'll take care of you. You know what a feminist is, Zoe?
I do. Grandma told me about suffragettes. She told me about feminists and ERAs.
Just remember, there's always two sides to every story.
Is something wrong?
There's just more than one way to be a woman, Zoe. Women have been nurses and teachers for a long time. Nothing wrong with that. But I've been finding out so much more online. It's finally making sense. Men have been the breadwinners from the beginning.
Grandma said something about winning too. She sounded mad.
Just between you and me, feminists are mad about everything.
Everyone gets mad. A lot. Now.
It's a confusing time. We'll weather it. Things might get better after all this. Women may be able to stay home again. Men will have more jobs and we'll go back to traditional families.
What's a traditional family?
Oh, so the man goes out and works hard all day. The wife stays home and cares for their nest. They raise children together. The man or the husband stays. And it's what they call a forever home, Zoe. It's not too late. We could have one day. I'm doing my best. I'm getting advice on Twitter.
Advice about...
I've got this, Zoe. I've got this. I'm good at doing my own nails. It's all about embracing femininity. You know those Real Housewives shows we watch together? Real Housewives of Atlanta and Orange County. Real Housewives of London. Tradwives YouTube is so much better. Tradwives are so nice. They have these videos that tell you how to get everything done. How to look gorgeous and how to stay home. And how to live on a whole lot less money. I don't go in for the preppers. They're nuts. But I do worry about the future. Just like everyone does now, you know? Tradwives are all over it. I started watching this video today about darning because we really need to relearn the old ways, Zoe. Grandma, she was a single mom. She never had time to show me how to darn socks. That's when you get a hole in one and you kind of weave the edges back together, and then you don't have to buy a new pair.
Is darning hard?
Darn hard. Harder than drawing. You might take to it though. You've got such clever hands. Tell you what, I'll leave you to all the darning. I'll send you the link. The question is, what do you need, really need now? Everyone says the world is going to change in a big way, and not just the preppers. So what's practical? Measuring maybe? Prices, credit management. You'll need some math and a lot of skills, Zoe.
Like what kind of skills?
Oh, so now the real homeschooling begins, child. We may as well make the most of all this, and that means learning from life, my life. We'll start with boys.
What about them?
Oh, they're everything. You'll see. You're only 10 years old, but in a matter of no time, you'll be thinking about boys.
Why?
It's natural, nothing scary. All you've got to know is you've got to look good. You know, take care of yourself. Nice hair, a little makeup, dress well.
You mean like dresses?
Yes, not too short though. You don't want to send off the wrong signals.
Signals?
Kids grow so much. Here's the upshot from your mother. We ladies have the babies, and never forget, that explains it all.
All?
Yes, our bodies are different. We're supposed to do different things. It's biology. Even scientists admit that. And what's more important than having babies? So that everything about society, all of history, that's why women are what we are. It evens out in the end, though. Men have more freedom, and we give life. They can't do that. And that's why women can't get things like promotions. Some women get promoted. I got promoted once. I mean, they let me proofread some of the ad copy. But let's say you climb way up the ladder, and then what if you get pregnant? So many problems. Better off just marrying a man who can make it in a man's world, Zoe. Grandma thought she could change the world, but you can't change the way things are. You can't. I feel like I'm seeing things in their real light now. They won't tell you any of this in government school, but you're hearing my advice based on life. What?
She's only 10,
She's
Tara.
my daughter, Mom.
I mean,
It's my turn
what
now.
Are you
need
talking?
to rest. I can handle this. I'm trying something new. You know why? Because things aren't just really working out for me now, are they? I've got this. It's smart to know how to earn a living, Zoe. But there's nothing wrong with marrying a man who can take care of you. If my father hadn't died, things would have been so much easier for us. But I'm going to fix this for us. Learn from me. Don't put it off. Marrying, I mean. The older you get, the sooner the better. But you have to love. I really loved my fiancés. Why do husbands have to be so difficult?
How many times should I get married?
Marriage is for life, sweetie. That's the whole point of it.
You've been married more.
Well, things don't always exactly work out as planned. It's not like 1 + 1 is 2 and then you're done. But I'm telling you what to aim for. This is about you, my perfect daughter, and this is about your education. And for the time being, I am in charge of that. So ask me a question. I'll answer it. We'll take a shot at your government assignment tomorrow. Ask me anything. Ask me something I can really help you with.
Why do men have nipples?
What? What kind of a question is that? How did that even get into your head?
I know about breastfeeding. I've seen it.
Where did you see someone nursing?
At Home Depot, in the restroom.
That's because breastfeeding is private. But it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Like giving birth to a child.
Then why do you have to do it in the bathroom?
Why? You're growing up, Zoe. You're such a smart girl. You can figure things out. We all have to figure things out. It's called thinking for yourself. And they won't teach you any of that in any government school. You've got to find your own answers.
So, can I ask questions without whys?
Of course. You can ask me anything. I am your mother.
Okay, so, even though men don't really have babies and they don't feed them, they have nipples, as if they could. Hunter doesn't really think he's a boy. Can Hunter turn into a girl, Mom, if he really wants to?
Is he a friend of yours?
Yeah?
Everything is so difficult these days. I'm going to just come right out and say it. I am perplexed. There, I said it. And why is that so difficult, I ask you?
What's difficult?
Everything, Zoe, everything. And that's why we need, like, Grandma's friend, Marion. Her daughter, you know, Leia. Leia went to Israel. She came back. Now she calls the shots in her house. And not just in the kitchen, she rules her home. Marion's not completely on board with all of it. But they're Orthodox, and that means they're serious. It's important to be serious these days, Zoe, now more than ever.
Grandma keeps laughing. I can hear her.
Oh, I should have sent you to somewhere like Sunday school, but I just didn't have much time. I was so busy. But all I can say is Faith is doing so much for me now. I joined this group that Zooms on Mondays. They talk about the saints. It's not for children, but I feel so blessed to have it. We can't go to church anymore, but no one can. The group is going to set me up with a spiritual director online. They can tell I need extra help.
When do we go to church?
Oh, you must remember one time for sure. I'll tell you what, let's focus on the positive, okay?
Good. That's what this unit's about. Positive and negative numbers. You add two negatives, get a positive or something. I don't get it.
Keep trying, darling. Persistence is everything. It's just numbers. You'll get it even without my help.
Numbers are weird. They can be real or imaginary, rational or irrational. That's what the next unit's about.
Well, you'll have to know numbers to understand things. Taxes and all. Recipes. Even wedding announcements. His third marriage, her first. Third versus first. Says everything right there. Except when you turn it around the other way, it's a whole nother story. What I love about Tradwives is they're making everything so simple again, you know?
You know what?
Life, Zoe, life.
Grandma keeps coughing.
I know.
What do we do?
Why don't you go knock on her door and see if she needs anything?
Okay. She's not answering. Should I go in there? Mom, can I go in there and see if she's all right?
Oh, yes, why don't you? You're such a considerate girl. You're such a great help to your mother. Besides, she can always tell. I can't take another lecture. I'm not going to. Kids can't catch it. They can't. She'll be fine. All she has to do is wash her hands.
And now, to bring our show home for this evening and all together, Here is a play written by Jenny Mead, directed by Joe Monahan, and performed by Christina Ball and Kate Monahan. Here is Must Love Pit Bulls.
Afternoon.
Jesus, you scared me.
Sorry. Why so sad?
What?
Your sadness is kind of like a cosmic force. A black hole threatening to suck up the whole park, contents and all.
Excuse me?
I'm given to hyperbole. I know it's kind of irritating, but still, you're just...
Give me one reason to be happy.
Okay then. Beautiful day. Sun is shining, dogs are running around, people are smiling. And then there's you. Big lump of sadness, smack dab in the middle.
I have things on my mind, okay? And maybe I just want to be alone.
Oh, seems a shame. Gorgeous day and all.
Yeah, so you said.
Which one's yours?
What?
Which dog?
None of them.
You just hang out at dog parks?
A park is a park is a park. With or without dogs. Or people, for that matter.
That one's mine. The pit bull mix. The brindle one? Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Do you know?
Aren't pit bulls dangerous? Well, let me tell you, there are a lot of jerks who pass for pit bull owners who would like you to believe that. They're actually a gentle breed. Chihuahuas and Cocker Spaniels are the worst when it comes to biting people. I know firsthand. A Chihuahua bit me when I was 5, badly. 2 days in the hospital, tetanus shots, bad scar bad. His name was Pepe. Obnoxious name. Obnoxious owner. You see, I don't blame the animal. Humans are the idiots. And I'm sure I've done some idiotic things with my dog. But at least he's not named Pepe. Elizabeth.
You named your dog Elizabeth?
No, that's me.
Anne.
Glad to meet you. His name's Dandy. Oh, I know, kind of candy ass. But most pits have obnoxious, aggressive names like Soldier, Monster, Cujo, Brute. People give them fierce names so that everyone will assume they're fierce, mean, ready to attack on command. For people like that, the dogs aren't pets, they're weapons. They... Just hazarding a guess here, but you've had a breakup?
We just met. What happened to dog park niceties?
Oh, we've observed a few. The weather, the pit bull's misearned reputation, one of my childhood traumas, and my dog's name. What other chit-chat interests you?
Nothing. I came here to be alone.
I'll leave you alone,
Thank you.
but not just yet. You see, I've got a problem,
Don't we all?
and I'm under a little pressure to solve the problem.
Your problems are not mine, okay? And I don't know why you're bothering me.
Well, I don't mean to bother you, but what was your dog's name?
What?
How long ago did he die?
I really don't want to talk about it.
Dandy needs a home.
What?
He needs a new home.
You're giving him away?
Yeah,
I really don't understand people like you. I mean, how can you do that? Is it a new boyfriend? One who doesn't want him around? Because if there's one thing I've learned volunteering at the animal shelter is that the main reason people give their dogs away is that the new boyfriend or girlfriend, although it's usually the guy, makes them.
nobody's making me.
Well, then why?
I'm moving on.
Oh, for God's sake. That's the second most popular reason. I mean, what law says you can't take your pet with you when you move?
It's not that simple.
It's not like pets aren't allowed over state lines or anything. You know what I would give to have Dudley? Yeah, that was my dog's name. Have him back.
What happened?
My boyfriend let him out in the front yard. Dudley always stayed there, on the grass. But for some reason, he was in the driveway. I was coming home from a dinner out with friends, and it was late. It was dark, nighttime. I didn't see him. I wasn't paying attention.
It was dark
It was me.
until you stopped believing that.
I know. I'll never move past it. Well, maybe I won't. I just know there's no dog in my future. Well, anytime soon. Or boyfriend. That night was the last straw in a relationship that didn't really matter much anyway.
I'm sorry.
About the dog or the boyfriend?
Either. Both. Okay. The dog.
And you don't have to tell me about pit bulls, by the way. Working at the animal shelter, I know all about their bad rap. I used to have a pit years ago. Dudley was a...
Basset Hound. I know.
How did you know?
I've seen you around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember seeing you.
Doesn't matter.
Where are you moving?
Didn't say I was moving. Said I was moving on.
I don't know what you mean.
I wonder if dogs hate losing their people as much as we hate losing them.
Oh, you're...
Yep.
But you look okay. How long before you... Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be
Not
nosy.
very long, that is.
Well, you must have friends, I'm sure.
I do.
Who would take him, I mean?
They no doubt would. I've seen you here before. You probably didn't even notice me. This place is always so crowded, but anyway, I've watched you and Dudley. And it's hard to explain, but there are people who like dogs, and people who love dogs. And then there are people who really, I don't know, have a kind of cosmic connection with them.
There's that cosmic thing again.
Yeah, and you've got it.
I don't know. I'm not ready.
If you said you were, I'm not sure I'd believe you. Or want you to have Dandy.
That makes no sense.
Maybe not. Here's everything you need to know about Dandy. His vet, his favorite food, his meds, and his treats. He's been playing for about an hour now. Probably good for another 15 minutes or so.
And then?
And then he'll come looking for me.
He won't understand.
He'll get over it.
I'm not so sure about that.
Honestly, neither am I. But you gotta believe. It's kind of a cosmic thing. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for joining us for our final night of Locally Sourced. And thank you to our playwrights, directors, producers, actors, and in this instance, filmmakers, film editors, and sound editors as well. We thank you all so much for joining us. We hope to see you again soon, and to all, a good night.